between Ramirez and Pedraza.
You know, in the beginning, it was a more of a technical fight than I was expecting. I was expecting Ramirez to come out the gate quickly, as he did in the first round, but then he slowed things down because he had to. He couldn't afford to run into one of those kill shots that Pedraza was trying to set him up for. You know, Pedraza does what Pedraza do, box. You know, he's crafty, smart inside the ring. He's looking.
Hey, my God, they got to do something about these cards ending at 1:30 in the morning. Jesus, this card didn't end until 1:30 in the morning. And guess what? I sat here. Okay, well, I was cooking doing some food prepping, but I do have an Amazon TV in my kitchen. And I watched this whole card from 7 p.m. until 1:30 a.m. every single fight. Here's the punch stats, by the way. Pause it if you have to. T Street Controversy. In fact, I will pause it. Top rank on ESPN, March the 4th, 2022. Jose Ramirez got a nice solid 116, 112-ish type win, in my opinion. Of course, the scorecards are down below in the, oh shit, this is exactly what the judges scored it. Well, anyway, by the time they got to round 11, I finished the fight off in the bed. I was like, yo, we are after 1 a.m. Like, I was ready. I was primed. Like, I'm going to do my video. You know, I had all my notes and everything. And I was like, bro, they got to do something. We're talking East Coast time. 1:30 a.m. on a Friday night, East Coast time. Like, come on, man. We better than this. And especially since it's on the ESPN Plus. You couldn't make it earlier. It's on the ESPN Plus. So anyway, clear win for Jose Ramirez, his first fight back since losing to Josh Taylor. Josh Taylor last week against Jack Catterall got a win that many feel he shouldn't have got. Many are calling it a robbery. It was a very, very, very close fight. I think that Jack Catterall won by the skin of his nutsack. You see what I'm saying? It's just that Josh Taylor looked so much like shit the first half of the fight. And then the second half, Jack Catterall let Josh Taylor off the hook in Scotland, of all places, in foreign territory under another promoter's banner. Now, me, I've been covering boxing for so long, you know, now that I don't look at it as like promoter corruption and all that. You know, maybe I'm still a little naive. But listen, these cards, you know, you do be wondering if like you can just walk up to a judge in like Applebee's or some shit and slide them like the envelope and be like, yo, you know what to do. You know, for example, I walked out of the arena in the Barclays Center with Julie Letterman. I don't know if she was going to go get a taxi or going to, you know, go get on a train or whatever, but these judges be accessible. I guess, let me not get off topic, all right? Jose Ramirez and Jose Zepeda, who's going to be fighting soon, they're going to be fighting to likely be the WBC champion because Zepeda and it was an eliminator. The winner of Ramirez Pedraza is supposed to fight Zepeda, who's got a fight coming up. Let me look that up real quick. And I can't for the life of me, after I was doing some research here at the desk, I can't for the life of me understand how the hell did Jose Zepeda, hold on, let's pull him up. When is that fight? How in the world did he lose to Terry Flanagan? And Terry Flanagan's still a little nice. He was a little nice back then, don't get me wrong. You know, and you can tell it just was, you know, he just got beat up in a short period of time. You know, many feel that he won the first Ramirez fight. They're going to have to meet again. Doesn't he have a fight coming up? Or it's not official yet, though, right? Well, anyway, I think that Zepeda will win. I'm not confident. You know, Jose Ramirez looked a little broken. And after that, Josh Taylor fighting ESPN was doing a good job throughout the night, reminding us like, yo, he got beat up. You know, Josh Taylor was getting into his head. And right now, he looking like still a little down. So anyway, let's go watch a little highlights, I guess. Well, listen to some post-fight interviews. Take your time out, like the video, subscribe. I am T Street Controversy with Fight View 360.
133 to 110 advantage. Landed 91 power punches. That was 31% of his power punches thrown. Let's hear how the judges saw it. Here's Mark Chinook.
Ladies and gentlemen, big round of applause for these two incredible warriors going all 12 rounds. Here inside the Save Mart Center, we go to the judges' scorecards for the official decision. David Sutherland, Steve Weisfeld, and Zachary Young all score the bout 116-112 for your winner by unanimous decision, Jose
The comeback was a success. Unanimous.
So, you know, a lot of fans I noticed, especially on social media, were like, you know, where does Jose Ramirez go if he takes 2 back-to-back losses? Well, to be honest, where the hell does Pedraza go from here? You know, I never trusted him at 135 pounds, and I damn sure don't trust him at 140 pounds. I don't. You know, so in my opinion, like, you know, he's on his real last legs. I mean, yeah, he's good for some good, you know, action, you know, and you know, winning the first half of the fight. But then realistically, yo, 140 pounds, he's food. He gonna be food. Let's listen into what Ramirez had to say.
Knew what Jose Pedraza was going to bring. Was it all you expected?
Yeah, you know, Jose Pedraza, he's a smart, experienced fighter. He was going to find a way to survive and put up a fight, you know. And he was there boxing, you know, towards the end of the fight. He was too pushing. So my hats off to him and his team. You know, he was well prepared, and it just, you know, it was a great fight. I got to see where I'm at right now, and I got to see what I got to improve, and you know, and it was a little tense, you know, coming into this fight because, you know, obviously of my last fight and fighting at home, you know, last minute, I got a little bit more tense than what I thought I was going to be. But I went out there and just, you know, boxed and just had fun in there. And I played it smart, you know, used my jab. And I think I won more than 8 rounds. There was 2 rounds that I slowed down a little bit. But I think a lot of the punches I was blocking, working on my defense, working on things that I needed to do. But it was a great fight. And it's always an honor for me to fight here in my hometown. In the Central Valley. This is my family. This is the hardworking people, so they motivate me.
Rounds 6, 7, and 8, it looked like he got into a rhythm. What adjustments were you and Robert able to work on in that corner to turn it around down the stretch? You
know, he's an experienced fighter. He was gonna come. He was gonna show and get a second wind. You know, he was gonna come out and show his best. He wasn't gonna come out and just kind of, you know, let himself get defeated after the sixth round. So I just had to push it a little bit more and let him know that I still had another extra gear. So once he saw that I had the extra gear, he went back to respecting me, and I took control of the fight again.
140 pounds. After your loss to Josh Taylor, he was the king. The belts look like they're going to be now distributed or available for all comers. Where do you see yourself in terms of getting a title shot?
You know, against anybody at 140. I'm gonna go back and work and stay focused, stay active, and that's one thing that affected me a lot throughout this last couple of years. Is you know, I trained so many times for a little bit of fight, so my inactivity, my discouragement throughout training camps, it really took a big toll in me. But I'm ready to stay active and stay motivated. There's a lot of great fighters coming up to 140. There's a lot of great fighters at 140 right now, so I would love to face all of them.
Give me the names, because you talk about the guys coming up, but there's a lot of great guys who have already been here, and some you've already faced.
Yeah, you know, I faced a lot of great 140s, and they're still out there. There's still a lot of fighters out there that will bring the best out of me still, you know, so all of them, man. It doesn't matter who it is.
You talked about in our fighter meetings the fear of the unknown. You thought people would turn their back on you after the loss. What did the turnout tonight show you?
That was the biggest encouragement, to see my fans, to see the people that love me and care about me, never left nowhere. And my family, I'm a man of God. I humble myself because of this community. Every time I leave, every time I think I'm above my lane, I see hardworking people daily here in the Valley that motivate me to keep staying focused and keep staying humble and continue working hard. You know, with these hardworking people, I tell them, this is the biggest boxing fans in the world because these people here, they get motivated when they see fighters like us because they fight every single day. There's no boxing fans out there that support like the boxing fans here in the central part of California.
This fight seemed like a worthy fight for the Mexico-Puerto Rico rivalry.
You know, we're Latinos, we're Hispanos, man. We got to support each other now more than ever. You know, we live in a very divided world, but my hats off to Puerto Rico, toda la gente de Puerto Rico. Aquí estamos los mexicanos, aquí les brindamos la casa a ustedes y pues arriba los hispanos, ¿no? I got nothing against that. You know, Puerto Rico has great champions, pero México también tiene puro chingón también.
All right, so tonight, the night belonged to Mexico. The night belonged to Jose Ramirez, and Jose Pedraza gave all he could inside this ring. Joe, we send it back to you.
Jesus, that was like the State of the Union of post-fight interviews. If I fell asleep during the last round, then I definitely would have been asleep during the post-fight interview. Man, probably at the desk. Anyway, listen, 140 is a tough division, especially when you look at the guys from 140, from 135 that are possibly moving up to 140. You know, and Jose Ramirez definitely don't want no parts of 147. He'll have to run into Josh Taylor again. And God knows what else. So 140 is near where he needs to be. And looking at it, there is the chance, you know, there's a path there for him. You know, there's a path there for him. So let me break it down to you. Him and Zepeda fight for that WBC title. By the way, I redid my website, still in work in progress. 5v360. Link down below in the description box. I'm still like rebuilding it as we speak, but our rankings are updated monthly in accordance to the sanctioning bodies every month. So let's get back down to 140. Here is the path he can take. Here's the path he can take, and we're going to talk about the undercard to close out the video because I do got my notes here. I don't want to waste them. Here's the path he can take. Him and Zepeda fight for that WBC title. Whoever Jack Catterall fights, if it's not Josh Taylor at 140, Josh Taylor's pretty much done at 140, might as well say. But let's say Josh Taylor, Liam Paro, or Jack Catterall, Liam Paro, or Jack Catterall, Teofimo Lopez, or Arnold Barboza. Three or four of those fighters, you know, are top rank where I fought on top rank cards. You got Liam Paro. Me and Big J will talk more about him, Australian fighter. Listen, they're ruling the WBO rankings. Top rank right here. Look, top rank, top rank, top rank, top rank. Just fought on top rank card, Frank Warren. You know, you got Paro. You know, you got Probellum. So basically, the winner of Zepeda versus Ramirez can fight and unified with the WBO. That's two belts right there. Sabril Matias and likely this dude, who I don't believe I've ever seen fight before, are likely going to fight for the IBF, but that's over on the PBC side, so politics there. And then whatever's going to happen with the WBA. So there's a path there at 140 for Jose Ramirez. But, you know, he still seems like he's got some things to work on. Well, anyway, let's take a little bit of a jump cut before we go break down the undercard real quick. Take your time out. Like the video, subscribe. Yeah, getting back to consistency. You know, things are really, really, really moving well. I'm happy to be back covering boxing. Thanks for watching. Joet Gonzalez.
Great punches, he does fine. And when they're locked in together, Santisima.
Gonzalez, to his credit, he is blocking a lot of shots. I don't want to. With Robert Garcia, with many involved.
Gonzalez, two straight shots right down.
That's it. That right hand ends it. He tracked him.
That is terrible.
Lands the right hand. And the referee stops the fight.
Joet Gonzalez is approaching yet another WBO title shot at 126 pounds. The problem with Joet Gonzalez is he can't move up in weight. Because if he moves up in weight, then who's he going to run into? Emmanuel Navarrete again whenever he does move up, because he's already flirting with it. Maybe the winner of Shakur Stevenson versus Oscar Valdez for the WBC, WBO title. It's going to be happening April the 30th. And since New York has lifted its mandates, vaccine and mask, I may go to just a press conference. Just saying. Just as, I don't want to go to the fight. Not yet. I'm not ready. Not ready. So he's standing at 126 pounds, and he's trying to get a title shot. I'm guessing at the WBO again because he's got one of them WBO trinket belts. But, good solid fighter. But I don't think he got anything left. Maybe he can go after, Isaac Dogboe. Maybe he can go after the winner of Lee Wood, Mick Conlon. And we're talking about politically. Kiko Martinez, Josh Warrington. I don't think that's going to be, where is he at right now? Joet Gonzalez is right here. So basically, he's going to be in the top 10, top 4. And since he's top ranked, you might as well say he's going the WBO route. But as you can see, he can't go to 130, or he's going to run into some real problems up there, Chris Colbert got a boot put in his ass by Hector Garcia last week. And of course, we talked about this fight. We don't know. Put it this way. He don't want to be going to 130. So he was the chief support, even though they did have this. Here's the card right here. Ricardo Torres. He's supposed to be some type of genius prodigy doing Rubik's Cubes and shit on the broadcast. And he does magic like magicians. I know magic tricks. My grandpa taught me some magic tricks. Rest in peace. Who else? You had Gabe Flores. Well, he didn't look too. Where's he at? He's on here somewhere. Gabe Flores, where you at? There you are. The first fight back after his loss, 21-1 with 7 KOs. He's looking like sacred food at 130, and he's talking about going to 135. He's saying that's going to be next for him. And they were booing the shit out of him, bro. He's 21 years old. I don't know what it is. Maybe, the father, I don't want to get into it, but I don't know. It's not looking good for him. It's not looking good. Carlos Balderas had a nice, solid knockout. He's been doing some big things over there since he's been with Top Rank. After, being stopped himself over there on PBC. So he's progressing nicely, 25 years old. And yeah, overall, my biggest issue with the card is just the run time. Regarding Hispanics, and I'm half black, half Mexican, and half Irish. It was a nice Hispanic card for my people. You see what I'm saying? We got a little bit of everything, a little mixture of everything. Of course, guys that can headline their own little prospect cards, guys like Gabe Flores, guys like Carlos Balderas, even Joet Gonzalez could have been, his own little, card, depending. But overall, I'm going to rate it a 7 out of 10. It would have been an 8 out of 10. I can't say 6 out of 10. 7 out of 10 is good, but it would have been an 8 out of 10 if it wasn't for the damn 1:30 end time. Come on, man. Got to be better than that. 1:30 on a Friday night, especially when people be working and shit, want to sleep in late on Saturday. No way, man. They got to fix that. Anyway, take your time out. Like the video, subscribe. I'm T-Street Controversy. Did I miss anything? Let me see. No. Follow me on Twitter. I'm making sure I'm going over the list. Make sure you follow me on Twitter at T-Street Contra. Also, make sure you like the video. The links to my social media are down below in the description box. Also, links to the WBC app powered by the Vive Network. Let me get up out of here and get another cough drop. Take your time out, like the video, subscribe. Thanks for watching.